Good evening. Welcome back for those coming back and those on replays. Hey, we hope you stay. Tonight we're off to, of course, Final Fantasy. The 7.2 patch has hit, dropped, and is live. So we'll be getting over to that in short, quick order. Yay! Quick reminder, the rest of the heist stuff will continue on for Friday, Saturday. So if you're in for that, that's Cyberpunk on the Friday, Saturday. But into it, let's go, because I don't want to hang out here anymore. Yes. So, we've got Glimmer of the Past. This will be for Souls Under Siege. This will be the Arcadian piece. That's all ticking off here at Solution 9. Yes. At the pub. Maybe not a great time to take a soda. Melancholy. Oh, I'm adorable. Welcome to Neon. Always welcome here, adorable. Such simple compliments. Head to the back room? Absolutely. Yes. That's empty. Trial, Raha, Geodude. Ganolt. Can't tell that place. And you still hate that place. Geode, anything further? Came from the citizen tree, but something doesn't sit right. We'll look into this. Queen of Reason's behavior henceforth will be illuminating. Nobody else has anything up here to speak. What are you doing? Jail said she left this machine running process more of the data from the field station. Is it done yet? Night World silver piece for 500, or we get tacos asane, 690 foods. Ooh, mesquite soup. What do we have? Tenacity, vitality, determination, skill speed, direct hit, spell speed, direct hit, piety, determination. All not my foods. They all sound delicious, mind you, as dishes, but here we go. Audio or just Chatterpoint? Nope, just Chatterpoint. Ah, Thalian, your time... Thalian. Your timing could not have been better. Amazing, that. Somehow I need to know. If you have a moment, we have some things we'd like to share. Absolutely. We'll just wait for Lamity. She should arrive shortly. Thalian, glad to see you here too. The ruler... Speak of the devil, and the devil shall appear. Let's catch up on the other. Catch up. Catch each other up, shall we? You're this. Right. If nobody minds, I'll go first. Well, I completely buffed that one, but I am sexiable. Sorry, dyslexiable. So, understandable, but hate this. And back in Tulliola, spoke with Kona, told him about the records left behind by Gulja's mother, as well as Spheen's reappearance. We decided I should remain in the dome until things settle down. But while I'm Gulja's guardian, I'm also a foreign ruler. I'll have to take care not to appear as if I'm meddling in Alexandrian politics. That's all for me. Okay. As for the rest of us, we've been keeping track of this new Sphene. She's making regular appearances before the people. Urges them become endless. Alas, much else remains a mystery, including why she's chosen to reveal herself now. In our end, we've only confirmed regulators have their knowledge of Queen Sphene's death altered. Someone must have tampered with the devices to remove any and all memories of the event. Though we haven't identified the perpetrator, given recent events, Sphene is the chief suspect. Many believe that the Queen of Reason is alive and well, and remember her funeral as a memorial to those lost in the attack. Needless to say, this has proven confusing those with accurate recollections. Carry on our investigation. I'll head to Earth and Sky now, coordinate with our people there. One thing, the other matter, highlight of this gathering, you might say. We'd like you to meet a certain someone. By all means, where is this person now? They're in the break room. She is unwell, and Stola and Alize have been tending to her. They'll be able to explain things. I want to see how she's doing, so I'll come too. The break room. Break room is at the end of the hallway through that door. We can go whenever you're ready. Snack machine, kitchen. Venture cannot afford not to have comfortable boots. Which way? Oh, all the way up here. You would have thought this just would have been the break room. I mean, you got the refrigerator, which looks like someone's... It's not a refrigerator, something's growing in there. All these pop drinks of some descriptional. Stovetop for cooking. Dishwasher, bet you it's not full. Entrance to the break room, right? Instance inside an instance. This ought to be comical. We have a suspicion we know who the person is already. Only because of the voice actress involved. Sphene.
What is she doing here? We just heard she was busy spreading talk of becoming endless among the Alexandrians. What's going on here?
She is not who you think she is. Not the Queen of Reason, who has made a miraculous return, but an individual of flesh and blood, possessed of a soul. We chanced upon her in living memory, but she collapsed before we could exchange words. We decided to bring her here for now.
Her body was suffused with lightning ether, which caused a debilitating paralysis.
Yeah, that happens.
Ishtola reached out and informed me of her condition, and I came with a proxy as fast as I could. We're now waiting to see if the treatment was effective.
Good thing we came up with that.
The circumstances of our encounter, and her extreme ethereal aspect. I am all but certain that she is the one from whom the Endless Sphene was created. The original Queen Sphene of Alexandria.
What? But how can that be possible?
Well, we're dealing with tech, we have no idea, so...
The real Sphene died of illness 4 centuries ago.
I died. Whatever do you mean? I am not dead. I'm not.
Does she know any of us?
What is this place?
Okay, no, she doesn't. She's been in suspended animation
Where
there.
is everyone? Otis and Zelenia. And who are you people?
Uh-oh, well, comes the echo.
Calm down. We mean you no harm. You've been unwell, and it wouldn't do to strain yourself. Please, help me. I don't understand any of this.
Of course. But if I might confirm some things first. You are Queen Sphene of Alexandria, are you not?
Yes. Yes, I am.
And ere you awoke here, you were in another unfamiliar place. Is that correct?
I opened my eyes
and saw a strange, dark room. Outside, there were towering buildings, clad in electrope.
You slumbered at the heart of that city for many years, within a facility called the Meso Terminal.
A vague memory she has?
Many things have come to pass during that time, some of which you may find upsetting. Are you sure you wish to learn of them?
In that dark room, there was an electrope casket, designed to preserve its occupant in cold stasis.
Aha. Figured so.
Until the terminal and its systems were recently shut down. That was where you were kept, in all likelihood. Since the time of the Old Kingdom. For 4 centuries.
What? Do you speak true?
Yep, you're a time traveler.
I've been asleep for that long. 400 years.
A woman out of time.
Our records say that Queen Sphene succumbed to the rampant lightning energies unleashed during the storm surge. But it seems the truth is rather different.
Okay, so I was right. There was a living Sphene held within the whole thing. What would Otis do if he were here? What can I do? Queen Sphene? We'll tell her what she wants to know, then we'll decide what we need to do. That's just not a bad thing. Turned up chamber when we searched Meso Terminal. Safe to say, none of us anticipated this development. Well, kind of did from the end of the last one. Wake up alone in a distant future by seeming no choice of your own? Can hardly blame her for acting as she did. Better than we did in Fallout 4, though. 300 years into the future. Right, let's, nuke the place and keep going, right? Treatment may have been effective, but the road ahead for her remains uncertain. I do not believe that you are lying, so please tell me everything that has happened. Everything. Very well. But let us do with care, lest we cause you undue strain. Should like more of us to assist, it isn't practical to gather everyone. I'll summon Grahatia and Kryl for now. Stola can tell things delicately, and she can be, well... Well, she had a cutscene and a half to sit through, doesn't she? Like, make sure you're not accrued for any duties for the following cutscenes.
I know this has all been a lot to take in, but how are you feeling? Physically, I mean.
Much better now, thanks to Y'shtola and Alisei's ministrations. In fact, I can scarcely remember the last time I felt so hale.
Watch it. She's a queen. She might not be telling the full truth on that.
I know not how to repay them. Not only for coming to my aid, but for telling me about my kingdom besides.
I don't think they're ones to keep score. Isn't that right?
Well, true enough. Shola's the motherly sort. I'm gonna get spanked for that one. Alisei never abandons those in need. That's true. They're comrades you can rely on.
He's known those two for a long time. You can trust in his judgment.
One longer than the other.
Besides, you helped to prove that their treatment works here as well. With this success, they'll be able to help others in Alexandria who suffer from the same illness. Few things could make them happier.
I see. Full glad am I to know that we may cure the affliction after so long. So very long. I steeled myself, having been warned, but it's difficult to come to terms with everything.
True. Everything you know is gone.
Sphene?
Oh?
Maybe going out and seeing it would help.
No.
Alexandria as it is now.
Great idea. There's no substitute for seeing things with your own eyes. That said, there is a chance that you'll run into the other Sphene. Still want to take a look, even so?
Yeah, I think we need a hood.
It would be a lie to say I do not feel anxious, but I wish to walk among the people, to hear their voices and learn about their realm.
Right, we'll be your escort then.
Truly, I would be honored.
Well, we have much to do, and there might be an ass-kicking in the process.
And allow us to show you the sights.
Thank you, Wuklamot.
Seekers of Eternity. I kind of figured, like, when the end piece with the voice actress was basically for Sphene, we automatically all knew it was Sphene. Maybe, yes. Yeah. Though thinking about it, it kind of helps figure out the last thing. Right? I'll take a quick moment here to speak about things. What do you mean? Well, with the fight with the Endless Sphene, the big thing, right? The data was recovered. Well, yeah, I know if you delete data, it's not really gone until you've actually overwritten the sectors, of course. So you still can recover it, unless you're, of course, working on a Mac. Where delete actually is delete versus Windows, which is just, yeah, you can write on those sectors. We don't care about that. You can do what you want with that again. That's how it works, right? It just takes away the directory to saying that was a viable file, don't write over that. But it's possible that she was wired into the machine and her memories were pulled back to this. Thank you as well, Thalen, for your kindness. Endless Sphene, you knew her, did you not? It may take both of us time to come to terms with this situation, myself especially. I may still be here, but the world I knew is gone. And the next part. Sphene's eager to New Alexandria. Before heading out, I should put on some more suitable attire. Yes. If you should wait outside, only need a moment. Alright, take your time. Wuklamot, you can... I would have said, why not stay, Wuklamot? I have to step out. This isn't just a break room. This is a full-on bedroom. You know? Snack foods, popcorns, drinks, trash can for recycle. Cycle. Like, what's this? Strawberry and chocolate flavor, blueberry and... I don't know. Banana? Ooh, banana would be nice. left for the government sector. Want to discuss about treating those afflicted with lightning. So much after a short break. Gone aside for a while. Shell decrypting more of my mother's records, so I've been spending time reading them. Fair enough. Walk. Read. Far from fully. We'll have to take care not to push her too hard. Well, there's only one way past everyone, which is, you know, that doorway there. Now, as long as they didn't dress her like Sphene, this should be interesting. Like the Queen? Let's see what they've put her in.
Apologies for keeping you waiting. I've never worn such clothing before.
Oh, there's something with the hood. Cool. Now, how many people are going to want this outfit?
Oh, that really suits you.
I can see people wanting the pants. Agreed.
I'm glad to hear that.
Right? The sort of denim jeans and long leggings.
A moment before you head out. Circumstances being what they are, we thought it best to come up with a way to distinguish you from the other Sphenes, and we should probably settle on this now rather than later.
I suppose it could get pretty confusing.
First, we propose calling you simply Sphene. As for the former Queen of Reason, Endless Sphene should suffice.
What about the new one who's been addressing the citizens?
Despite being the spitting image of Endless Sphene, we know she's a different entity. So we were thinking of calling her a simulant, after imitation stones.
Fair enough.
I see. Well, they're definitely not the same. And that's as good a way as any to draw a distinction.
I got a better option.
But what do you think, Sphene? Is that all right with you?
Rest assured, I have no objections. When I am in the city, however, I intend to keep both my face and name secret.
That's good.
For the people of today's Alexandria know only the Endless Sphene.
We're sorry to subject you to such ignominy.
No, I myself would rather not invite complications, so it is quite all right.
Well,
Thank
she
you
definitely
for your
has the
concern,
wisdom of a
Shale.
ruler.
Let us be off then. I am in your capable hands.
That you are. First, we'll head to the entrance of Solution 9.
Good idea. We should start from scanning Port 9. I'll do my best to explain things.
Yahoo! Alright, let's go get it. Dance party. I'm kind of happy that my look, although classic Eorzean, and is, still has a feel that it's not quite tucked into here, and yet it seems to have a relatively decent fit with the coloration on it. Exuberant citizen. I was. Things were a bit awkward, still so young after all, but before long we were taken up in a storm. We had so much fun, just like old times. Excuse I? Tulliola, were you able to meet with your friend? But you can see, like, I can see people want the sort of denim jeans with the pockets. I think those are pockets hanging out with the tight leggings. Yeah. Shoes, that jacket with the hood. Alexandria, despite being inside a tower, feels though I'm out in the open. Though the sights are nothing like I remember, Electrope is still everywhere I look. Strange, yet familiar place. Lady wants to talk to Lamity, so while they're busy, I'll tell you about what we can see from here. Any place that interests you? So many I can't decide where to begin with. This allow me to choose. Following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. We're doing this right now. Explain the sites to Sphene. Yes. Oh, we're going to do it by a point of view. Right. A lot of different shops in the Nexus Arcade selling everything you need. Always full of people out doing their shopping. And the Sphene that gave Thale and Lamity a tour of the place. I remember watching them from a distance. Castle Town, I knew, had a main thoroughfare that was lined with shops. Whenever I visit a citizen who would come and speak with me about matters great and small. Just like what Lady was doing with Wooklamat. I might as well carry on with that. Just came back from Tuliolo. It's the first time since being trapped in the barrier 30 years ago. She has family in Alexandria now, so she had to return. The train made it safe and easy for her to make the journey. It's all thanks to everyone's hard work. Once a railroad connecting Alexandria to the neighbor of Lindblom. Operations were suspended when relations deteriorated. Eventually, the tracks were removed entirely. To see a railroad now connects us to our new neighbors is gratifying. Especially considering our history began with war. Alexandria the aggressor, I continue to strive for peace. Tuliolo's leaders have shown great magnanimity, and I can't help but be moved. Government sector. Counter where the citizens can get matched to jobs. Soul exchange, but no one goes there much today since there aren't many souls in circulation. Not sure how to feel about regulators. The treatments of souls as a resource. Send the grief of those who've lost loved ones, desire to escape sorrow of death. I would never wish to forget my parents, Otis, Selenia. Something tells me this person's name's more this. Remember them all. I am reluctant to impose my personal beliefs on others, though. Lay Node 9. Tune, you can teleport back here anytime you want. Use it to teleport other patients in Solution 9. Makes it easy to get around. That mode of travel uses ether currents. Yes, we had the same in my time. But when the storm surge broke out, such nodes were sealed off to prevent enemy use. After the war, the etheric balance across the entire world had collapsed. Not only travel outside the barrier ill-advised, the act of teleportation became dangerous. We had to abandon those nodes altogether. It's disheartening to see them available again for the use of one and all. Now, Lamity's finished her conversation. Dum, 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 dum. Oops. Standing on Sphene's face here. Job of spying stars between the faint gaps of clouds is absent here, but it is a fine to be sheltered from the thunder and rain. Hope, Sphene will feel at home one day. Sorry about that. Got a little carried away with the conversation. Alright. Told her about the places we can see from here. Really? That's great. Why don't we stroll through the residential sector and stop at Mosaic? We can take a break there. What's up here? Memories from a bygone age. So, we have perhaps the machine still trying to do what it's programmed to do? Or do we have someone else in charge of the machine? Now there's a good question. Because, obviously, the machine... The Sphene would never want people to become the Endless. Then, obviously, you know, as souls as a resource, she doesn't sound like the person who would have done with that. I need to order just this. What should I get? Understand this cafe is named for the different races who appear mosaic colors when they gather here. What an inspired idea. Well, you know, let's rest our feet. Drinks are on me. You two go ahead and order first. Oh boy.
So many different drinks. I can't decide. Ooh. I'll have this, please. A Dali coffee.
Of course. I should warn you, though. Dali beans are an older variety known for their strong bitterness. Still want one?
The bitterness is the best part.
I agree.
Have you decided as well?
Sweet cocoa with extra cream on top. Something healthy, vegetable juice maybe? I'll have the same. Well, I'm in for a coffee. I like a good coffee. The same.
2 Dali coffees then. The beans make for dark roasts that are quite aromatic. I find the sharp flavor invigorating, though a dash of milk can be a wonderful complement.
No. Straight.
I'll have your drinks ready in a moment.
Right. Just straight double shot espresso dark roast, please. The only reason dark roast is so common is because it burns out most of the caffeinables. And it's also very much this. Wouldn't order the vegetable juice? No.
They're certainly well liked. It's a wonderful feeling, spending time with the people.
As queen, she wouldn't have had a lot of free time to herself. A memory.
But they're not my people anymore, are they? Their city, their way of life, even the ground upon which they tread. I am a stranger to it all. The weight of the long years is finally beginning to sink in.
Something clever to say?
Your Majesty, is that you?
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint, but I am not Queen Sphene, though I'm often told we look alike.
There you are! How many times have I told you not to go off alone? I'm sorry he bothered you, Mom. Come now, we're going home.
Bye, not Queen Sphene.
Come on, even that put a smile on my face.
I do not know that boy, nor does he know me. No one does. Another harsh reminder that I have no place here.
She's being a bit harsh on herself.
Yet, no matter how much things have changed, I am happy. I am. For Alexandria has endured. Our sacrifice was not in vain. Even so, I cannot help but feel lonely.
That's true. I think she was lonely before as queen anyway. Right? Her closest confidants, her heralds, her knights, and now others were really close to her. Go amongst the people as often as she could. You know. We got that from the Alexandria raid itself. Forgive me, I didn't mean to darken the mood. No. Like, you know, attack on Alexandria, you hear how she's trying to help the people and stuff like that. Right now, she's not pushed, but I bet you when she does get pushed, those ideas to defend Alexandria are going to come roaring to the surface pretty fast. Still, I feel better for having shared my feelings with you. Thank you. Sorry for not being much of a guide. I usually don't get approached this often. Quite all right. People have to be thorough so much. People have been thorough so much. It's only natural for them to seek comfort and assurance from someone they trust. Besides, I was able to relax with a delicious cup of coffee and have a lovely chat with Thalen. I appreciate your understanding. Right then, where to next? We could take a look inside Nexus Arcadia, but it can probably wait till we actually need something. Let's head back to the recreational zone. Plenty to see on True View. I suspect that if this opens up anything interesting, it'll come at the end. Oh, true, towards the end point. This is a case of, you know, trying to separate what we know of Sphene from what we know of Sphene. Which elements in the Endless Sphene, in Alexandria, in our interactions with Sphene, come from Sphene, and which ones come from Endless Sphene, and how they don't match up with what our current, well, I'm going to use their words, simulant has to do with it. Indeed. Well, the whole building's built like an Acropolis. Can't believe I get to use that word again. Acropolis. First introductions for them for myself was in Deus Ex Invisible War, which was actually the first Deus Ex game I played. Whoopsie, I can't click on the stricken citizen. Someone was in the road. Hey, are you all right? He was this way when we arrived. Hale, we need to find a place for him to rest. Thank you. On the way like this, will memory being killed came flooding back. The danger had passed, I know, but the terror lingers. For all the comfort I've offered others in my work, I can't seem to comfort myself. The soldiers attacked he. Alright. Bullseye him. Hit the little rally button. Punch this person in their back. Yeah, make them happy. Did I not have? Oh, I did not have him selected. Eh. Too many people standing around. No, I'm standing right in the wrong dorkable spot. I feel better, thank you. Your encouragement was exactly what I needed. But where are my manners? My name is Malachite, and I am an usher. An usher? The ones who came to live long. They're the ones who came to those without long to live, right? Yes. I will get it right. But given everything that's happened, I expect your duties have changed. Correct? We no longer attend the dying. It is only after they have passed away and their families we convey their remains to a government storage facility. Storage facility? What for? Henceforth, we must inter the deceased, but the specifics are undecided. The bodies must be kept in cold storage for the time being. But I heard there were graveyards over by the submerged city. but like funerals and burial customs must be long forgotten. Did you have usher duties? If so, we could help. Not actually here an official, but I am loath to trouble you further. Since you asked, I shall explain why I've come. Taken delivering personal effects of the departed families, even though their memories have been entrusted to the cloud, I still remember where they once lived. Rule was to dispose of any belongings. To do so, anything else was strictly forbidden, but it saddened me to see them discarded like waste, so I began secreting them away what I could. Of course, I understand not everyone shares my sentiments, and I leave it to families to decide what to do with these items. Some accept my deliveries, others reject them. Whether I'm doing the right thing, I cannot say, but I feel the family should be given the choice. Oh, they didn't have it before then. Important to think what people leave us, or leave to us. I want to help. Well, Wookelmat's in for it. You want to help too, Thalen? I'm an adventurer. Deliveries happen to be my specialty. Grateful. 4 items to be delivered here in the zone. I will leave them in your care. Meantime, I shall head to the residential and make deliveries there. Finished, please meet me back here. I would like to know the family's reactions. You know, there have been people in Tuyola had similar episodes due to the trauma of the siege. Mind if I went with Malachite just to keep an eye on him? Only if you can handle those deliveries without me, of course. It's fine, it's fine. I'm sure he'll be happy for the company. Come on, let's deliver these keepsakes to the families. 4 items total to deliver? Right, 3 people on Trivia, 1 went over by Elon's Shrine. Let's visit them in that order. Might I trouble you to do talking? I fear my voice may betray my identity. Lead the way, I'll be right behind you. And now accompanying you. Right. Small talk. Even though they're gone, mementos of our loved one give us the means to reconnect with them in spirit. True. I'm sure people who receive these items will treasure them greatly. Or about the ushers, clearing out homes departed. No wonder why you want to start thinking about their belongings. Alright, let's see. There are 2 speechy bubbles. Scene's got a standard Hume's run. Which will be funny for all the Hume females running. They have the exact same run animation. It was just like, aha. They didn't give her a special run? No, they did not. But is it... Right? Discuss True View. Seemed scary at first, but most of them are really kind. When I see someone pass out in the street now, I worry if they'll be alright. The way the buildings are in Rome reminds me of the old castle town. Lively as it is here, I can see why oblivion can blend in. Energetic citizen. Something you need. Ah, Malachite sent you. Very considerate. He offered to bring me the keepsake. He stressed I didn't have to keep it if I felt uncomfortable. I see why some would say no, but I couldn't do that. Not when it's something that belonged to my parents, who now I understand I'll never see again. Having spare souls won't save us from the inevitable. That's always been the case, but now I find myself wondering about this and that. Like how much longer I can afford to muck around with my brothers. But I won't bore you with my ramblings. Thank you for bringing the keepsake. Give my regards to Malachite. For the record, Malachite is a copper ore. Usually a greenish color in tone, because it's mixed with a sulfate, if I'm reminded myself right. Trying to sell me something I'm not interested. No, I'm not. As free if you wish to keep it. Otherwise, no. Oh, you brought the keepsake. Thank you. I've been looking forward to this, hoping I might remember. No such luck, it seems. The owner is dead, and they'll never become one of these endless Queen's fiends. Tells us a sad thought. Even sure, I'm not sure I want to become endless myself. If they're made by putting your memories into a new body made of ether, that doesn't mean you yourself have to die first. The thought of not having to worry about souls was appealing. I was happy to receive a neo-regulator, but I've only had my doubts since. Queen Scene recommends it. I want to believe all will be well, but still, I need to clear my head. Yes. Okay, that's a regular regulator. Hello, do I know you? No, you do not. I'm a delivery guy. Here you go. Ah, so this is the keepsake. Truth be told, I've been wavering as whether I should not accept it. I mean, it belonged to someone that died. That got me thinking about what we did to Tulliola. I didn't even know we'd killed so many of their people, not until the funeral. What if they decide to retaliate? Lamity, Wooklamat, would never do that. She and everyone in Tulliola know that my father was to blame for the attack, not the Alexandrian people. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to speak ill of your father. I can't stop worrying about death. And hearing that they're running out of neo-regulators makes it worse. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm worried about those. That's everyone. Let's go to Neon Stein. Drinks. Bikes. Less colorful bikes. Easy now, gotta make this look natural. I'm trying to impress a lady. Lively citizen. Are you talking to me? I missed the other talk spot, didn't I? I did miss the other talk spot. Can't say if it stirs any memory, but it does feel familiar somehow. You know, you look familiar yourself. Where do I know you from? Of course. You're the unenhanced challenger, no champion. Can't stress how incredible it is you've achieved something without using feral souls. General honor to meet you. Though not for the first time, I realize. It was at the infusion station in the government sector, and I wasn't my finest moment there, as you recall. No, he was looking for souls because he was to fight in the arena. The Arcadian fighter was desperate for souls. Yes, he was. That's right. Sorry you had to see me like that. Anyway, seeing we're meeting properly now, the name's Lithander. Used to fight in the Arcadian, but not anymore. I took Queen's Fiend's words to heart and found a new job where I can put my knowledge of physical conditioning to use. As you know, a lot of people were badly hurt when the mechanical soldiers malfunctioned. I've been assisting with their rehabilitation. It's not something I ever imagined myself doing, but here we are. Not many others can help others like you can. I think it's great what you're doing. It's encouraging to hear that. There's this fellow who has to learn to walk again. Becoming endless would solve his problems, but he's determined to overcome them the hard way, with the body he's got. Seeing that gave me a newfound appreciation for my own body. It's a gift from my parents, a sturdy thing that survived the arena, and I need to take better care of it. Absolutely. I'm the only blue-scaled hobbygo besides my father. Lamity once told me that. I don't know how my father felt about that, but there are times where it hurts to think about the things we share. Still, I don't want to lose that. Even if I could look the same as an endless, I would never want to throw away this body. Most people would find it hard to do so. Just imagine, just the thought that makes me feel uncomfortable is the whole becoming endless affair. But I need to get back to work. It was nice talking to you. Thanks for the delivery. I'll see if I can still run back or if that's ended the quest. Can I get that last talkie spot or not? I missed it. Complete. Quick tongue. The answer is no. Missed out on a little bit more information and lore. I feel bad. I believe but takes care of the deliveries. Thank you for the taking charge. When I seen and heard, 'tis plain the people held their queen in a high regard. The simulators exploited their love and admiration to win over so very many. Come, let's report to Malachite. He should be back forth the recreation zone. Yes, like I said, feelings of a queen to protect her people are about to come raging back for Sphene. Certain? Very certain. Right? As the song The Weight of the Crown goes, good queen knows her people fed before she sits to feast. Sphene might be free of that crown for the moment, but the weight of it isn't going to let her rest. And we do? Just got back ourselves. Amazing. Seems to be doing better. We spoke with all harbored anxiety towards death. 'Tis hardly an unnatural sentiment to have, and yet with this, every delivery I had planned for today is accounted for. Reactions I received were mixed. Some were glad, others decided they didn't want the items. How was your experience? Everyone accepted their items, but they all felt differently. One person couldn't remember the keepsake's owner, another couldn't stop worrying about their own death. See, difficult to predict how people will behave when confronted with reminders of loss. Of late, I've come to believe that we are each the sum of the moments we've shared with our loved ones. Medion. Yes, you gather shards of happiness, only to have them scattered and then begin yet again. And when they have passed away, we lost our memories of these people, we lost part of ourselves. It's a thought that saddens me to no end. If our memories of the departed are no longer to be entrusted to the cloud, I wish that those already taken could be returned to us. Well, my friends, I must resume my formal duties. Thanks again for your aid. True, our memories are what define us. They form the path we walked to be where we are. As my endless self, I expect I was much like me in the beginning, but I cannot become like her no more than she could become like me, for our paths diverged, and so did our lives and experiences. That's true. Even if we start from the same place, we all have different journeys. That's true. Take everyone who started this game. We all started in the same place. If everyone's played all through the same main storyline, but everyone's gotten something different out of it. At some point, things like our goals and our ways of thinking are bound to change. Endless Sphene was one possibility, a version of myself who made choices I want to believe I would never. Right? I never would. I'm beginning to come to terms with the fact I did, though. Huh? Is that? Simulant. She was looking straight at us. I didn't know she wanted us to follow her. I have a bad feeling at this. We might not have another chance to figure out what she's up to. We're going after her, right? Well, of course. Gulul Jaja. Right? I don't know what Gulul Jaja has for her powers. Or Sphene. So we got a tank and a DPS. We're, 2 out of 4. Not bad. Seen since. She was smiling. Something about her scared me. True. 'Tis a strange feeling pursuing one's spitting image. Been there before somewhere, I think. Where does she want us to go, I wonder? Headed in a street over there. Neon Stein's that way. Let's hurry. Well, it makes sense that the central computer, Sphene, would know where everyone was. After all, the whole ship is made, the whole city's made of electrope. I don't like this. Did we lose her? What is she up to? Well, we're about to find out, and something tells me this is going to be a fight. Right? Now, whether it's an actual physical fight or a verbal fight's another matter.
Not here. Let's press on, if only a little further.
Ow!
Hey, are you all right?
Someone's controlling her.
So he didn't die. Vexing, but expected.
Oh, come on. I've been ulted on and harder than that.
That was about the strongest bolt we can produce within Everkeep. What now?
We obtain more precise measurements. Narrow the range of variables to avoid unnecessary trial and error. That is the most expeditious course of action.
I know that voice. You there! Yes, you! We have important business with you. We left something in your keeping, the key to interdimensional fusion. You will kindly return it to us, yes?
No. You asked me that after you try to kill me.
Now that you mention it, the other way around may have been more appropriate. If I had the key, I wouldn't need to be cruel and turn away so many people.
No, you destroy
Far
another.
More than 5,000 could become endless and know eternal happiness.
What? You mean to steal ether from other worlds again?
All is for the sake of his experiments.
I figured this up.
'Twas for that reason, you know, that the previous me created the Endless. I pity her. She was forced to attempt the impossible, to turn every soul who dies into an Endless, even though there's no end to them. Admittedly, that was part of the plan. her desperation would drive her to claim the key and use it. And sure enough, she did just that. I know you had a soft spot for her, Lamachi. So for what it's worth, I'm truly sorry.
Uh-oh.
Alas, we are naught more than pawns. Pieces in his grand design.
And you're not much more than a robot covered with a Sphene skin.
Don't you dare make light of her love for her people. Don't you dare!
Strike me down if you wish. I shall be made anew. And I doubt many would look kindly upon the vow of resolve of Tuliolol if she attacked a neighboring queen, and not for the first time. Would you be willing to accept the repercussions?
Fortunately, the simulant hasn't recognized Sphene. So what do you gain by making everyone endless? Let's see if we can get them to monologue a little bit. Okay, what are you doing?
You're speaking to me.
He's
Our
a
goal is to usher in the next phase of mankind's evolution.
All right. We're dealing with this kind of person again.
Since time immemorial, life has used death to facilitate adaptation in an ever-changing environment. The old and infirm are weeded out, allowing the species to thrive. Generational succession. This has been our survival strategy. Yet, this strategy has long since reached its practical limit. It is outdated. It relies on progeny, which gives rise to unchecked population growth. Resources become scarce, invariably leading to conflict.
Oh god, commie bastard. That kind of thing. Yeah, someone looking for a very statistical thing. State-driven everything. Yep.
All the while, death is ever present and robs our species of untold potential. Where man now stands in his evolution, bodies of flesh no longer make sense. What we must strive for next is carefully managed, eternal preservation.
Yep. With you as its leader, of course. Nothing ever changes. Means to kill all your people.
Calyx! You're Calyx, aren't you?
You know him?
The young genius who had mastered electrode technology. He founded the scientific collective known as Preservation and devoted himself to developing a cure for the paralysis which plagued our people.
Oh, we have a name and a face.
Calyx, you always had your gaze set upon the future, and I know you do now. But I beg you, do not deceive the people of Alexandria. Do not manipulate them with this imitation forged from my memories. Well, how rude. Yet, whatever you may say, I'm the one whom the people regard as queen. You may have worn the crown for a few years, but now you are no one. Just a frail, fleshy version of me that could die at any moment. The kingdom has no use for such as you.
There it is.
Our demand is simple. Surrender the key. Refusal will necessitate consequences.
Consequences be damned. There's a right. There's an ass. I have boots. Boots must meet ass. Cool thing to say to Sphene. Nope, but it's lit a fire in her, and I saw that in her eyes. Are you all right? It's all right. I was once able to use healing spells. Long slumber, magical this. So she's a healer of some description. Cool. Healer, DPS, tank. You think there'll be a dungeon run with Sphene as the healer, Wuklemat, and we'll have to pick up someone else as probably the other DPS then. Frustrating to be so powerless. But perhaps I must accept my newfound limitations. I doubt that. There's nothing else to say here. Yeah, they're not going to. No. It's the same foods. Well, buying more money in the pocket for me. Chat's wild, by the way. In-game chat is wild. Alexandria has no need for Queen Sphene. It's the Queen of Reason, my endless counterpart, they love. Although it's a hard truth to accept, nevertheless the truth, I must find a new way to serve. Not alone, together we can get through anything. Well said. It just so happens something only you can do at this moment. Start with Alex. What can you tell us about him? Prodigy, who specialized in the field of electro, made his mark during the storm surge. Yet even as he basked with the admiration of his peers, he struggled with an illness he had from birth, which left him with precious little time to live. For him to still be here 4 centuries on, I think it's safe to assume he too has become an endless. Familiar with the preservation, I never imagined would cross paths with them like this. You know about preservation? Supposed to have created Everkeep's core system as well as the Endless Sphene. Did they? All while I was slumbering. Members of Oblivion have spent a long time investigating preservation. We should head to the back room and tell them what's happened. Yep. The desire to serve. Yep. But as they say, when a noble puts themselves, or their people before themselves, they are considered royalty. They put themselves before the people, tyrant. So we have our villain, this Calyx. Heard about the ambush. You seem to have weathered it well, but try avoiding straining yourself. Do you hear me? There's only one other person I know that could tank that. Tank a hit like that? Oh yeah, could tank it ever better than even I could. I can admit that. One very potent gentleman of light. Sign might yield some clues. Are you feeling all right? It's just a little shock. I'm fine. Given the others a summary, wait on the details if you need some rest. I think Carl's parents were once members of Preservation. You need a rest? I was a little shocked, but, you know, it's fine.
We've heard what happened. So, Preservation has revealed itself at last.
Yes.
And using the key, they mean to turn even more people into Endless.
But to what end other than his own derived
It
pleasure?
seems safe to assume that they too intend to steal ether from the other reflections. But unlike the previous Sphere, they have no intention of saving everyone. Calyx, of all people, would know precisely how much ether is required to sustain an Endless. Thus, he is able to set a realistic limit to their creation, without being swayed by emotion.
Guy does seem to be a little bit of a stickler for it.
Carefully managed eternal preservation.
Stagnation.
Whether or not this can be considered an evolution, 'tis plain that man's very existence would be forever changed.
Yeah.
Say, if this Calyx is as brilliant a scientist as everyone says, could he have been the one who erased everyone's memories of Endless Sphere's death?
Yes.
That is a possibility, though I cannot speak to his motives.
Well, we got to keep you safe, because you can be one of the major unturning
Though
blocks for them.
Calyx has outright stated his ultimate goal, how his actions will further this agenda remains unclear.
Well, we know what Golbez's goal was before, you know, quite clearly, too. He had some hell fights with that.
Said, we have seen how anxiety towards death continues to spread amongst Alexandrians. Perhaps the simulant stokes this fear, to entice them to become endless.
Everyone is afraid of death. We try to put it out of our minds, and I do not blame the people for feeling as they do. Nonetheless, I wish to stop the simulant. I wish to do what I can for those who believe in their queen. Although I wear no crown, were I to forsake the people, then I would truly have no place here.
Told you.
I don't know if this will help in that endeavor, but I've found something interesting.
A link to outside somewhere?
When I analyzed the sign that Calyx appeared on, I was able to determine the source of transmission. I traced it back to a terminal used only by Preservation, located in the Foundation sector.
Foundation sector? That came up in my mother's records, didn't it? It's where the old castle was hidden.
Everkeep was built atop the castle of the former kingdom. Access to the immediate area, the Foundation sector, is highly restricted, with map data accordingly classified.
Well.
The old castle is inside this tower.
It's an ideal place for Preservation to conceal the terminal, I must say. Having existed since the storm surge, they would be familiar with the castle's layout.
Someone else is also.
But I wonder, would someone so versed in electrope, such as Calyx, be so careless as to leave a trail?
No.
Oh, I expect he intended for us to find the terminal.
It may be a trap, but it's our only lead. What do you think, my friend?
The first step to avoiding a trap is to know it exists. Little revenge is in order. We have a lead. I say we follow it. We can't leave them to their own devices. Right?
No, we cannot. We must learn exactly what he is plotting.
If you're set on this course of action, I'll work on getting you access to the Foundation sector. Sit tight for now.
Do a couple of more side quests, and then we'll be back to doing the main piece again.
Please, let me come with you.
Well, if it's a dungeon, we'll allow the dungeon
I may not
thing.
possess any special skills, but I know the castle better than any.
So please, Absolutely. Glad to have you along.
All right. If that's what you want, then we go together. The rest of us will take point and secure the way, and we'll count on you to guide us in the castle.
Noticing that Sven's got a slight light color right there. Word Sven's memories, the town's already submerged. Given Deiser, expect the people to stripping the castle from materials to rebuild. Structure to endure even now speaks of its importance as well as their resilience. Determine how many will become endless, but leaves the choice in the hands of the people. This idea of affairs, it does not simply care, considers salvation. It's all speculation. It is. Working on it. It'll happen in a moment. On this, Mother was investigating organics in research to her souls. For organics from records, how we learned about the castle section and the foundation. At least we have a plan. Let's make it count. Thank you for allowing me to accompany you. It may take time for me to find my place in this new Alexandria, but I will. Surely, but surely. Yes, I know you will. I know exactly which spot you will be taking, though. Descent to the Foundation. Plotted route to the Foundation sector. Much information on the area. I'll come along and gather graphic data on site. You can leave the navigating to me. I'll stay behind this time, but let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Oblivion is fortunate capital adapter like you, Glilja. No matter what the future holds, your knowledge of Electrope is bound to serve you well. Support here. Embark on our mission. Come, let's head to the lift in the government sector. What's up there, Sven? Absolutely. Oh, I do suspect nice coat. I do suspect my coat. Haha. Right? Right? If I think they're adding another dungeon, Hunter dungeon. It's about time we hit a dungeon, yes. It might be a dungeon into a trial. It's entirely possible. And as it's a story dungeon, that means we run it with the NPCs so we can stop and pick up any additional information here. Damn it, like every other elevator, it's got millions of people waiting for it. Thought it was a distance. Now I remember sight of Alexander's catchall in the virtual domain. It compares to then. Oblivion's got us permission to use the lift. Nice things move quickly. All but invite us, assuming we are expected. Here we're returning to the bottom of Everkeep. Can't help but feel nervous returning there after so long. Arrange for you passage to the Foundation sector. No direct lift to Foundation. We'll transfer to another on the way. Right, this is only going to get us down to the entrance of the dungeon. If we take the wrong lift, we'll end up in the wrong sector. Be sure to follow her instructions. It's a hell of a marauder's toy. According to Tishalja's records, the tower is divided into inner, outer sections below energetics. The castle is the heart of the intersection. We make our way inwards. Take this communicator with you. Ah. Radio. Better than a link pearl, maybe. Modified to track your coordinates, so I'll be guiding you as I collect data. Alright, clip that on this friggin' collar, because I can do that. Getting set, let's get going. Now the Underkeep is now accessible. Ah! Underkeep, much like going into the thing here. Enter with a party of NPCs. Okay, we didn't bring the rest of our characters up to 100, otherwise we could choose others. So we have our tank, this, that, the other. Right? If we had the others selected, we could probably do it. I wonder what it would do if someone was already a healer. Of course, he would choose the tank, the damage, or healer, damage, or vice versa. So between damage, healer, all three, and just damage. Commence. Best way to do it? I don't know if it's the best way to do it, but it's the way we like to do it. The Underkeep, much like the Underhive. Funny, we got our first three again. The only difference is we got Graha with us instead of that.
There are beasts ahead of you. They must have gotten in and made themselves at home.
Sandcake! Oh. Oops. Oops, that was the wrong button. Good enough. Right. We do not know the map. It's not a big group of monsters. Oh. Sneaky drop.
Now I'll show you.
Indeed you will. There's another reason I should push my rest of my people up to 100 too. Yeah, I know. Oh, I must admit. I'll do it.
There should be an access hatch nearby that leads inside. Look for an opening.
Sediment trough. Oh, that's your access hatch right there. It is.
Take that!
We'll see. don't know, I just heard something weird. The general chatter, and I had to have a look. Well, I say that green light is where we're needing to go. They did up the attack rate for the summons too. They did? So it takes less time before they start their first attack. Seeing anything else sparkly. I guess we're going for a ride.
I'm detecting something big. You'll have to deal with it to continue on.
3, 2, 1. Okay. Did the same thing the rabbit did with the sonic claws. Excuse you. Gonna dart across the black. I figured so. Okay, that's an easy mechanic to deal with. Only sure.
Just the beginning.
Oh. Raha, no, please. First song. Okay, so that mechanic I know. Oh crap, I'm gonna... Okay, know that he likes throwing that out. Trap jaws. Okay, I don't have to worry about that. That's telegraphed well enough. First song. Tim and his nonsense blasty balls.
Now I'll show you.
Okay, that's got a pretty mean it does have a pretty mean snapshot on that. Okay. Okay, I mean, definitely stay behind this guy. This guy's one of those really going to be... If you're not sure where to stand, behind him is a good spot.
access hatch and head inside.
Alright, let's have a look here. What did I just get? Just that? No equipment, just materia? Not seeing anything outstanding. It's the castle. Could that be? Yeah, it could be, Kryle. Okay, so we have a... Just sing and chime, blow it along.
Try this!
Nothing interesting in the bitter points. Gonna be any equipment in this run, or is it all materia? Or is that only because I'm running the NPCs? Ah. This will, of course, allow me to trust this. Yay!
Everkeep's construction was apparently a constant battle against the rising water level.
Underkeep.
Even during the war, the people labored to maintain the castle.
Okay, let's have a look. Okay, it is 725 gear available here.
To think that Preservation's terminal is in this place.
Hold on. Someone's got communication. Stay alert.
Yeah. Good thing I've got good shoes. Apparently a really strong leg. I mean... Bygone Subrunner, Bygone Sentry. Got him, Wilclamette. Okay, donuts. Subrunners looks like it's a reskin of the whatever those devices were that Kakiwa used using. Can't remember the name. We'll just step this up a little. We'll pull the next line now that we're down to like 1. The Electro-Hounds are the easier things to look like go down. Rock and roll. We'll go into the next fight with the Phoenix.
So, you have come. Let us measure your strength.
Hello. Soldier S0. Sword 0. I take it. Testing us against that mechanical soldier. Right, okay. AoE. Straight into a breaker. Okay. Little unusual? Little. Leasing limiters initiating mobile combat maneuvers. You're gonna jump around the place now, aren't you? There's a... Okay. Give me a moment. You know I was stopping. It's gonna do the same stunt here. Now he's got a left hand on the bottom. Oh.
Allow me.
Sector by sector. Okay. Make that easy. Didn't get that in time, though. Okay. Can't stop that one. Take it as it is. Fortunately, my shield was still up from the last shot. Left-hand striker. No. Following orders.
That was hardly a challenge, I see.
Yeah, that one actually...
Show me more. I bid you press on.
I find you there is going to be an ass whooping. You're not here. Not in a way I can beat your butt anyway. Bygone laser cannon.
Hold on.
Like, do you realize who you're fighting with here, dude? Like, no. Guy who's traveled to other realms, defended them against an existential threat, gone to the edge of the universe, kicked the crap out of the biggest evil that there ever was. And you think your piddly relived simulated ass is going to basically be an issue? Ah. Day I kicked your ass was a Tuesday. In this case, literally. I know, he won't be here. Not in a particular form I can beat him in. Okay, those guys are actually kind of cool looking. Not gonna lie. Looks like they're based off of goblins. Their moveset, or how they're moving, reminds me of goblins. Or kobolds. It doesn't look like it matters left or right, they all go upstairs. Interesting replacement for candles, just electro things. Castle painting in winter, castle. Oh, they're the same paintings both sides. Okay. More paintings of the castle. Rinse and repeat. Must admit, that is a nice chandelier. Ooh. Money. I'm going to remove the other one. I don't mind if the Terranite doesn't go down quite quickly, but... Okay. Boxes and crates of all sorts of things were brought into the castle. Looks like every nook and cranny they could was shoved and was full of them. What's inside them all? More landscape pictures featuring the castle. That reminds me of a Garlean beast. Bygone Road Ripper. Yeah, you're just like a mini boss. You're gonna be a pain in the rear, aren't you? Say yes. You know, I shielded that, but I shouldn't. So he does a run up and then turn around. Cool.
You are untroubled thus far, but I have something that may test you yet.
This has a great feeling of the grand cosmos. Does it do? Chamber of Patience, mapping the realm. And the cutscene. Boy, cannons on one side. Valia Priya, indefeatable defense.
We still lack sufficient data. Very well. Let us see how you perform against this.
Oh, come on. I already did a whole bunch of fights against this sort of stuff, dealing with the Omega run. Wait. Giant fucking pillar. Okay. We got cannons.
This machine has long guarded these crumbling halls.
Okay, that hurts.
How will you handle this?
There.
Okay.
Let us introduce more weaponry.
Turrets activate. Okay, that's basically the fight.
Let us see what
It's the cactars. Neutralize front lines. Alright, if it says neutralize back lines.
Perhaps a new approach to assess your adaptability. Still alive. How unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate size 13.
For you to die here, it would save me trouble later.
We don't die, though. It's a trick. Bug was harder. Okay, I fucked that one up. I wasn't reading what he was doing. I still stand by what I say. The bug was harder.
I'm beginning to understand how you were able to defeat Queen Eternal.
Allow me.
There's barely enough room to do that again. Crap, I'm in the wrong spot again. Oh. I got blowed up. That was my move. Definitely my move. I got hit and then got hit with something else. I don't know what the second thing that got me was, though. But thanks to the echo, we didn't lose. No, that's not how it works. Doesn't know. The echo means it's not like, oh, we're born again and try again.
How will you handle this?
No, what happens is it was all a premonition. We foresaw how this was going to go.
Let us introduce more weaponry. Let us see what this is.
Probably that AoE
Perhaps a new approach to assess your adaptability. Still alive. How unfortunate. For you to die here, it would save me trouble later.
Well, I'm not one for saving my enemies trouble. Everyone knows me knows that bit. It's what happens, you know. It's like technically our real class is Diviner.
I'm beginning to understand how you were able to defeat Queen Eternal.
Not exactly moving that much. There's we'll climb out.
Just the beginning.
Take that!
And this, and one of these. Fire. I'll stand over here.
That will do. We have enough to proceed with an analysis.
This will lead to a trial then, most likely. Now, is it a duty trial? One or more people have not completed this. Really? Ooh. What's that look like? Oops, put some pants on. Alright, that's not actually bad as a look. No, that's the fending look. That's not bad. No color channels on it, though? No. Okay. There was no real hidden information along the way.
Calyx was measuring our strength. Is that why he contrived to lead us here?
Omega measured our strength too. Didn't let work well in them to the end.
It looks like we've cleared away the machines and beasts. But who knows what else he might have in store. From here on out, Sveen and Shale will move with us. Let's find that terminal, but stay alert for more threats.
I think most girls would be happy to have a pocket that starts up here and goes all the way down there. Yep, always taking, following everyone else.
Before my illness left me bedridden, I used to walk through here on my way to watch Otis and Zelenia train. You knew Otis, if I'm not mistaken. Zelenia was his second in command in the Royal Knights of Alexandria.
Nice.
Oh, how I loved to see the two of them spar. I once dreamed of fighting by their side, so I studied the magical arts under my tutor. But when I was 15, the storm surge broke out, and both my father and mother passed away.
Oh.
As the new queen, I was forbidden from taking to the battlefield, for our nation would fracture had I died without a successor.
Well, I know some people would be volunteering for that duty.
Though in the end I could barely move. I regret that I didn't go out there and fight. At least while I still could. My endless self lamented not being able to protect the realm with benevolence. 'Tis a feeling to which I can relate.
Yep.
Sveen.
Forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to darken the mood. Come, let us press on.
She's remembering everything as she's going along. It's, of course, you know, exposition is required. Oh yeah, you first. I'll just watch the behind.
This is one big castle, though. How far does this hallway go? Do you know, Sveen?
Sveen?
What?
What happened?
Teleport trap. Well, No, you're both just holographic endless.
Oh, it seems our guest brought company. So this was your doing? It was. We installed a teleporter that is triggered by the presence of the key, you see? Ah, I'm afraid etheric transmissions cannot penetrate the walls of the throne room. It will take your friends a good while to find you.
Been here before, too.
I confess the Valia Pira did not suffice to assess your capabilities. So I shall try something else.
As long as you are a... Oh, heck, we knew this was coming.
You are free to use anything at your disposal. The better you fight, the more accurate my data. Attaining a precise measure of your strength, that is the most expeditious way.
We're not going to get a measurement.
To reclaim the key to which you so stubbornly cling.
Oh boy, another toy to break.
Ah, noble Zilenia, dashing as ever. These villains mean to do us harm. Strike them down, I bid you. What? This machine is Zilenia? Indeed it is. We couldn't preserve her memories while she lived, so she has been reconstructed from our recollections of her. The endless me being created in answer to the earnest desires of Alexandrians. That I can accept.
Mm-hmm. But her friend?
But to twist the memories of those I held dear and treat them as playthings. This disgrace I cannot abide!
Allow me to fight with it.
Though I am to comply with their demands, this monstrosity must be destroyed. Not least of all for Zilenia's honor. If she was indeed created from my memories, even if I cannot fight, I may be able to offer you counsel. So please, lend me your strength and end this farce.
Like you need to ask.
Ah, there it is.
Recollection is now accessible. You know we're hitting it. Recollection. Join. Average wait time 16 minutes. Really? I think this is some sort of control unit. Well, it's separate from them, so I expect it to fly off and do some stuff from time to time. Assuming the ring, we have something that's round. Oh, guess not 16 minutes. Okay, these will probably shoot cross beams from time to time. You assume? I assume. So we got one inner circle and outer ring. These half circles, which will be important. These things, which may do something. We'll have to see. Sphene standing up there on the stairs. All right.
I am Zelenia Triantaphili,
Triantaphili, huh?
Royal Knight of Alexandria, and sworn blade of Her Majesty the Queen.
Well, at least the intro's short. Because the fight's gonna be long.
Upon my blade I swear, no harm shall come to Her Highness.
That'll intimidate in 5
You will
seconds.
not defile Zelenia's memory any longer.
Okay.
Feel the sting of my divine blade!
I know this technique. You must keep moving.
Oh, we're doing the cold thing, are we?
Have at you!
Okay. Okay, we got inside, outside.
Fall!
Okay.
But her blade work should be recreated so faithfully.
She's working from what you saw.
I will suffer none to threaten Alexandria! Heavens roar! Fall!
Have care. Zelenia was capable of much, much more.
Oh, don't tell me that.
I will show you the soul of a royal knight!
That's a knockback, knockdown.
For the honor and glory of Alexandria, I strike! No more games!
Quickly, away from the sigils! The sigils channel magic. Be on your guard.
Oh. Why did I... Was I hit with something that was dealing me in over time?
You've no time even to fear my wrath!
You must brace for blade and magic both.
Have at you! Taste my steel!
Okay.
There is no escape! Surge! Have at you!
Oh, it applies like a hell bleeding. That'll do it. Okay, so that's what got me. Right? You really can't touch center, you can't touch these. They're all bleed effects. Oh, crap, one tank's down there, priority 1.
Fall!
I know this is merely a reconstruction, and yet...
So, there we go. Tank up. Cool.
I have pledged my life to the kingdom.
I don't know. Oh, take your time, take your time. That's what I can learn. So, strike.
Have at you! My resolve shall never waver.
Okay, their priority, not me. Yep, like I said, their priority.
I am sworn to protect my queen. I will die before I yield.
Alright, back away. Let's get going. Well, laying on the ground definitely gave me time to see a few things. Always got, oh, wrong button. Always got to keep learning.
That's right. Zelenia was always there to protect me.
Yeah, she does a good job at it. Ow.
Taste my steel!
That sucked. Stop doing that, it hurts so much.
Rage and royal!
Yeah, that sucked.
Surge!
Okay, I can hide at the bottom of this. Oh no, the Pepsi Cola fell over. You can't touch that. Oh, it's okay. It's that one. Let me just reduce the damage of that. I wasn't sure what it was. Throw up the damage anyway. Absolutely. Everyone's GG thank yous.
Forgive me, my queen. I have failed you.
There's nothing at the end of these. Best viewers for... Oh no, you are one of those type people. Guess what? You are... gone. Do not come into my crap and say that sort of crap. Yes.
Did you get what you needed?
I did. Though these figures will complicate matters.
Is that so? Well, if we are done here, then I shall end the transmission. Hold it! If you have no scruples about thus defiling the memories of Zilenia, then there is no way we will ever see eye to eye.
Someone's going for their crown.
You are not fit to be entrusted with the cherished memories of Alexandrians.
I, for one, have no wish to employ the fruits of my research in this manner. It is a waste of time and effort. But since I relinquished my flesh long ago, I must resort to every conceivable method, so long as the hero insists on keeping the key.
Well, you ain't getting it.
Why do you so oppose our objective? With the key, we would be able to harvest ether from other reflections and bring forth more endless.
Those are people's lives.
To evolve not only to the people of the Ninth, but to those of the Source as well.
Ah, we definitely have. There it is.
Why you should reject such a boon?
That's it. That's the one we were looking for. It is the 9th. I won't let you lay a finger on those reflections.
How miserly you are. But unless you're willing to compromise, you won't be able to save anyone or anything.
There's the double loop.
Well, I'd say our conversation has run its course. Ultimately, what you think is immaterial, for the seeds we've sown have already quickened. The people have glimpsed hope in transcending death, and they can ill turn away from it. And thus does my role come to an end. The rest I leave in your capable hands, Calyx.
As a token of gratitude for consenting to my tests, I leave you with a gift.
Geez, at least the Ascians made something of themselves. You're just a... Wait. I'm gonna say... This stone needs, if I had my own personal take, forget the crown, this stone is glowing. It's a memory core. It needs to be shut down. What will you do then when we shut it down, Scuzzy Ball? Well, I did this. I'm gone. Well, we shut this memory core down. We'll track down the rest of them, one by one. Was kind, but she could be stern. A pillar of strength when I ascended the throne in troubled times. Not only did she protect me, but she also buoyed my spirits. That is what that word is, buoyed my spirit whenever it threatened to buckle under the pressures of my station. By preserving her memory and honor, you've done more for me than you could know. Thank you. We gotta shut that memory core down, but we shut it down. Yay! Now matter and underkeep with a party of NCP. Scene stands in silence. Ooh.
Selenia, it pains me to think that you're gone too.
Don't give her that crown to wear. I have a sneaking suspicion it's a replicator or such a thing. You don't need of it.
Aha! Oh, we found you at last.
You had us quite worried when you suddenly disappeared. What in the world happened?
Well, long story. Dingus and Pom Bomb basically zapped us to this room with a teleport.
Then preservation's objective is indeed what Calyx claimed.
Mm-hmm.
But for them to know about the source and the shards, and to refer to theirs as the 9th, that raises some questions.
Indeed. But for now, I'm just glad the two of you are safe.
Alex has obviously had contact with Ascian.
Oh, right. While we were scouring the castle for you, we came upon a room that looked like a library.
By learning about the Alexandria of old, we may gain valuable insights into preservation. Might we take a number of books with us?
So books still remain. Of course. You are welcome to any that may be of use.
If you don't mind, could we take a look around here first? I'm especially curious about the area over by the throne.
I would not put that crown upon Sphne's head. I have a funny feeling it's a regulator of some description.
This tiara, it was hers, the Endless Fiend's. What's it doing here?
It's a type of regulator, I believe.
Bingo!
It contains the data of the Endless Fiend's memories. Calyx likely used it to create the simulant. Which means that as long as the tiara is in our keeping, we shouldn't need to deal with any more simulants.
Just don't put it on our Sphene.
Strange that he would abandon it, though. Perhaps because the simulant already played her role, like she said. Or Calyx made a copy of the memories. In any case, not much information of import appears to remain on this terminal. But I'll make it so we can access it remotely from the back room.
Don't put it on your head.
This contains the memories of another me. The tale of her journey as Queen of Alexandria. Might I hold on to this tiara? You may examine it whenever you wish, of course.
Just don't put it on. Right?
It would be for the best, I think.
I just point out, please don't put it on, though. Regulators can be used
Does
to
that
edit
work
memories.
For you, Shale?
No objections from me. All right, I'm finished. Let's head to the library, and then back outside.
It's like, you can keep it, but for the love of God, do not put it on. Farewell, Zelenia.
Farewell, Zelenia.
Quest accepted. Like, I seriously do not put that on. Seems to consider reflections not but fields to be harvested for his endless. Do not make a habit of saying the assertions of others out of hand, but I cannot abide such callous disregard for life. Well, he gave up his so easily. It'd be impossible to locate you, and prevent this besides. Apologies, we couldn't handle the critical moment. You just found a way to handle matters. It happens. The inner served as a residential area during the early stages of their construction. Outer section was then added when they expanded the structure to its present-day shape. Expect the system to dry the earth was installed so they could build stable foundations on submerged land. Glad everyone's safe. Must be projected outside living memory. Actual item that belonged to her. Why the tiara might have been in the throne room. Used to record Sphne's actions. There's no way to tell without her knowledge. But using her questionable won't be this. She wouldn't be back. I suppose only time will tell. We have no further leads on Calyx. For now, take a moment to contact our friends. Catch up on recent developments. I am certain everyone would appreciate hearing from you. And a cutscene. Stola. If there's something the matter, I'm giving you the rundown of what happened. Behind the recent intrigue doesn't surprise me. I'm glad to hear you're none the worse for your trials, though. Self, I concluded a meeting with Gaussen, told him about the cure for the Levin sickness, formed a tentative plan to treat those with stricken. Otherwise unoccupied, I shall look around the government sector to see if aught is amiss. Calyx is assessed with the key, then I ought to be studying it in earnest as well. Alize may not be impressed that I called her second, but though, Dalen, for you to call it a blue is something wrong. Well, sort of, not. What? You went all the way to the bottom of Everkeep and you didn't even think to ask me to come? I'm gonna get another slap. Suppose I've been fairly busy myself. Run off on an adventure and I wasn't there. Pleased to say we've received permission to begin administering the cure for Levin sickness to the citizens. I'm actually due to visit a boy called Milo shortly to see how he's responding to his treatment. Met him with Lamitia before, I believe. You two should attend as well if you have time. Aaron Shippy Pippy can be the last one on the list. Excellent timing, my friend. I had a mind to call you myself to see how things were faring. Well, here's the update, my dude. Calyx. Something was obviously afoot. I couldn't imagine such an individual would be involved. As well, you were able to prevent the simulant from sowing further uncertainty. That said, her absence may have consequences. Still have great trust in Sphne. Just plain to see even how they speak with her, and how the simulant was able to win them over. When they know she's ceased to appear again, rumor and worry will spread, yes. We must be mindful for any pronounced shift in the mood of the populace. It's been battle after battle for you. We can handle ourselves for now. Pray rest up, recover your strength. So there will be this is where the lull in it happens then. The lull. Aaronville. Why? I don't know. This is a surprise. What, Clemac gotten into trouble again? In a way. I see. Knowing you, I expect you to keep looking forward to the next obvious trap. Try not to overdo it. Never do. Outskirts at the moment, been helping the people with their work. Talking to those I meet to gauge their sentiment. Uneventful for most part, though one noticeable development. Some here stopped wearing regulators. This has led to serenity with those who remember Queen's death and occasional confusion. You sure know if there's anything else there is? Yeah, some people have taken them off, so their minds weren't edited. I wouldn't wear one the minute I find out someone was screwing with my brains. Screwed up enough in there without someone else basically poking around. Third, I heard Alize yelling. Hope everything's alright. I'm gonna get slapped later, but okay. So you're able to reach everyone, alright. Irks me think we're being led on by him, but I'll do my best to find clues for his passage. Hopefully there'll be something in the passage terminal. Link pearls really are convenient things. I think they absorb into each other. What did the others have to say, may I ask? Stola got permission to start treating people. Alice's already started treating people. Alphino basically is on this. Then Milos, then we'll have to go visit him. Mind if I accompany you? I said he's afflicted with the same self-condition I was. Cannot worry for him. Of course, we don't mind at all. Meantime, I shall take myself around Solution 9 to see how things are. Alphino's Queen's absence. Even setting that aside, Solution's not likely to resolve herself, while becoming endless remains an option. Me to visit some shops, so I will join you, Trial. As out and about, I shall pick up Calyx's trail and see if I can dig up some information about this key for Stola as well. I'll help you. Yes, no telling what else Calyx might plan, so be careful. Yeah, I don't want to get shocked again. That sucked. Milo's power radius 914, if I remember correctly. It is. 3 more than pi. It's like I remember that. It's because it's 3 more than pi. We'll go with it. Just go with it, Lamity. Watching the world go by, coffee in hand, what could be better? Watching the world go by with a coffee in hand and a Danish. Tell me I'm wrong. Right? Some wonderful, cheese Danish. Oh, yeah, yeah. Of course, that lovely fruitic feeling, filling to it. Delish. Absolutely yummables. Oh, there you are. Next time, something in the offing, you'd better remember to call on me. Told you I'm due for a slapping. Good to see you again. Delight to know you and Alize are friends. She's been very kind to us. Milo's sitting up. I'd seen the treatment before, so I knew it would work. But it's so amazing. Our miracle workers. I understand the endless self visited often. I will keep quiet not to draw suspicion. Came before, with Queen Sphene. I am glad. I am glad you came again. I believe he'll be fine now. Just give him a healing spell. Yes.
I once hoped that Milos at least might be made an endless. Then he wouldn't need to suffer anymore.
That's Milos, not Milos.
You feel different now?
Pikachu.
Thanks to Alize, Milos is on the road to recovery. He can grow up and live a normal life.
Thunder Rat.
And I want to be there with him
every step of the way. To grow old with him, as his mother, and not something else.
That should do it. You're doing well, I'm glad to say.
Thank you, Alizé.
You're welcome, Milos. Now, you'll feel breathless for a little while still, but don't fret. It'll get easier to speak with time. That said, we can't rule out the possibility of a relapse. As a precaution, I would keep him away from lightning-infused objects.
Lightning. Does that include regulators?
It does. I understand if it's difficult for you to part with something that you've worn for so long.
Nope, she's gonna throw it right away, right now.
It's entirely...
She's a mother, Alizé.
No. For Milos's sake, I will do it. And if the environment here isn't good for him, I must consider moving outside the dome.
You two would be more than welcome in Tulihyolal.
It's very assuring to hear that. If you don't mind, could you tell me about the process?
Very easy.
I'm happy. I can talk again. Before, I couldn't even thank my mother for caring for me. But now we can talk lots. I can tell her that I'm happy. That I like it when she strokes my hair.
Your mother is happy to talk to you as well, I'm sure.
Queen's Fiend always cheered me up. Always said that she would cure me. Today, I'll practice walking with Mother. And next time, I'll go and visit you.
Thank you for explaining everything.
We'll come again to check on you. So if you have any other questions, just let me know. Right. Let's get going, shall we?
Please come back soon. You too, miss.
What is a queen without her
Good
people?
to see Milos doing so.
The Endless Me gave him the strength to hang on, and she didn't rely on any special power to do so.
She wanted her people to be happy. Even though we had to fight, her love for them was very real. And it reached Milos.
I wish to be there to watch him grow as well. To make my way beside the people of Alexandria. In the name of his evolution, Calyx has wrought much unease and misery, and I cannot condone his path. No, I shall forge ahead on a path of my own. One that honors the memory of my other self.
Like finding out you had a twin and they died before you knew them. That'd be a hell of a isekai story in its own right. Sven's current story. Imagine that. Being transferred to another world only to find out that the previous you had done such and such a thing, and now you're expected to basically take on from their position. Oh hey, it's Alizé's doppelganger. Angelo, can't help but think of Gabu and Halric. I wonder how they've been. Just in here to see Milos. Kind and brave boy. It did well for me to see him. Hope I can speak to him about my other self. Let us go back to the back room. On the way, I'll pick up treats for our friends. Little appreciation for their hard work. Woohoo! Coffee. And now, the cutscene to show the evil bad guy what he's up to.
Citizens of Alexandria, please be advised. The distribution of neo-regulators has concluded. We ask that all recipients equip their regulators and promptly complete device registration.
Rap.
The evolution of our kind is at hand. Together we shall rise above death and bask in the infinite
Oh
possibilities.
no, the two lollyfellas. They're wearing the black ones.
What is this?
He's not wasting time.
Evolution? What evolution?
Those with neo-regulators will become endless, apparently.
You mean there's no more? Well, don't you feel lucky?
Not really.
Don't look at me like that. Queen's Fiend said there were only so many.
I haven't registered mine yet. The more I thought about it, the more unsure I felt about becoming an Endless.
Well, I registered right away. Anything to stop those terrible nightmares of being killed by mechanical soldiers.
Ultimately, what you think is immaterial, for the seeds we've sown have already quickened. The people have glimpsed hope in transcending death, and they can ill turn away from it. I see. The terror of their first encounter with death still lingers in their hearts. Having previously been spared even the idea of it, they know not how to handle the emotions.
Exactly.
The funeral was meant to give everyone the chance to come to terms with loss, to grieve and move forward together. But everyone who was wearing a regulator had their memories of that moment erased. And to see those oblivious, happy souls, those who remembered must have wondered if it might not be better to be like them, to go back to a time when death didn't exist.
And now they've been presented with the chance to do just that by becoming an Endless. It's not hard to see why they would consider it.
But in running, they are going to run straight into the problem.
If this fear of death continues to spread among the people, what will become of Alexandria? The gifts for our friends will have to wait. We should return to the back room at once.
There's a queen. If ever I heard one.
Oh, you're safe. That broadcast had us worried. The entire populace is on edge.
So Alphino and the others are still out there.
We have a situation on our hands. A civilian has been killed by a mechanical soldier here on Trueview.
It's exactly what...
Wayakwe is on the scene and reports that the problem unit has been subdued by another sentry.
It's enough.
That doesn't make sense. Only someone with the King of Resolve's authority could order a soldier to do that.
Or hack it.
Not good. I tried to check the status of the authority but was blocked from the core system. Given recent developments, I'd wager that Calyx is responsible for this.
Perhaps we should go and see for ourselves.
Wait.
It's me. There's been an incident in the outskirts. A mechanical soldier attacked a local resident, for no apparent reason. Fortunately, several nearby hunters dealt with the rogue machine, so everyone is safe. But if other soldiers were to... Wait.
Yeah.
Is that... Oh gods. More hostile sentries are bound for the settlement. I'll try to lure them away and then lose them somehow.
Wow.
Ill tidings, I take it.
Someone's overridden mechanical soldiers.
In the outskirts, too?
You'll go and help Erenville, won't you? We couldn't forgive ourselves if he came to harm. I'll have Geo join you from Earth and Sky.
I'm coming too. I can't stay here while my people are in danger.
Let's go.
We have a duty. Most likely. On the outskirts. Woohoo! Someone got level 99. That looks like a piece of the what is it? Pantheon set. Glad to see Sfiends here. This is how it is outside. These clouds. Never mind. Finding Erenville matters what's most. See Erenville. Pray he hasn't come to harm. People hurting him. Spit up and look for him. Speak with what? Where I'm at on the outskirts. Of the outskirts. Does that mean it's the outie skirts? Close call, my thanks. Soon this, I caught sight of this being pursued. Went to help, or out of my depth. Lucky you found us when you did. I'm glad you're safe. We're missing one. Here, most mine. This. The others were escaped. Should return to the outskirts and take stock. Where's the third in our mix? Right, so there's the... You're gonna have to do that part tomorrow, most likely. Oh yeah. We'll continue with the main story line until we get basically it. This is Seekers of Eternity. Alright. You first. Resolve. Doubt we've seen the last of such incidents. Nope. Soldiers nearby. Given his own travel, I wonder if he'll be alright. This shouldn't have happened. Not if I could control the soldiers. We got someone hacking the system. Need better password protection. Remember, make sure your passwords are all up to date. No one thought Gul'Jajil might have been behind the attacks. They never know what. They know that he would never have made the soldiers harm them. Still responsible. This is a misplaced born. I pray it drives them to despair. No. That's why make sure you change your passwords regularly. Make sure they're well up to date and decent.
We're none the worse for the wear. But let's see what the situation is here.
Order all the mechanical soldiers
Geode
out
and
of...
his people came and joined us while we were searching for you. After which we happened to encounter Malachite. His usher duties brought him here, and he has quite the story to tell.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit puzzling, to say the least. Even so, I'll try my best to explain.
Lose the regulator, my dude.
I was called to attend to the unfortunate soul slain by the mechanical soldier.
But they hadn't been killed.
Yet, when I arrived, I found no body. Only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned the residents, but none knew what had become of it.
How odd. Did they remember the victim at least?
They did. Their memories of the deceased weren't sent to the cloud, I don't believe. Yet, no body remained.
If someone took it, surely they would have been noticed.
With your permission, I shall return to the government sector for now. Please take
care. Black ones are backwards. They suck the soul out of people.
This is terrible. Why would they make the soldiers do this?
Despair.
If preservation is behind the attacks, I fear this won't be the end of it.
No, it won't.
All the Neo-regulators have been distributed, and potentially 5,000 Endless are about to be born. What does Calyx hope to achieve with these killings? Does he seek to frighten people into registering them? Or perhaps...
Oh, thank the 12 you answered. Shale told me what happened. Is everything all right?
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of phone calls all at once.
I see. 'Tis a relief to hear that Erenville is safe. Alas, I do not have good news to share in return. A driver lost control of his vehicle when its interface became unresponsive, and it crashed into the Nexus arcade, injuring several people.
It was hacked!
Kryl and I are helping to render aid, but with the sentries behaving strangely, we can't afford to lower our guard. Remain vigilant, my friend.
He's looking to create panic, despair. To give them false hope that his way will be the way. Right? It's obvious he's creating
I just
despair.
received word from the backroom. A hover cargo on TrueView threw off its driver, and it's rampaging through the area as we speak.
Alphino had a similarly troubling report for me. Apparently, a riderless machine in the government sector came to life near a crowd clamoring for Neo-regulators. It proceeded to mow down several citizens, causing serious injuries.
This is a tragedy. We must go and help the people.
Go after her.
Sphene, wait! I'm coming with you.
Alphino is with Y'shtola, and he said they'll be all right. I'll go and see if other incidents have occurred elsewhere. From here, I'll head towards the quarry by way of the Drift Downs.
Certainly a lot of hover cargoes coming and going in those parts. I'll join you.
I shall remain here and speak further with the locals. I have company now, so you needn't worry about me.
Then let's return to Solution 9. If we hurry, we can catch up to Lamachi and Sphene.
Indeed. Boing, boing, boing. That run he's got just looks like he's got no hurry in his step whatsoever. It's like, I'm just running here. It answers to me where the castle is. Oh, cutscene. Well, I'm glad I didn't pay $7.5 or some million to get that. It hurts, it hurts. Ow, ow, ow. Where's
Sphene's
Sphene?
gone on ahead. I leave her with you.
Cool, you take him. Or not. We're going this way. She's got medical skills, so...
Bloody things have gone mad.
Nostalgia and her sister.
Why is this happening?
Surely there's a finite number of these things.
Everyone, please try to remain calm and make your way to resolution.
This is just like before, when Zeralja unleashed the soldiers on us. I don't have any souls left. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
That's what it's all about. But why? Despair.
No! No! Why did you do that? Why? You can't just leave me alone like this! If we had been endless, then you'd still be here. You'd still be with me. me. But now...
Yeah, we know exactly why he's doing it. Yes, love the belt.
Are you all right?
Young lady.
So many hurt. So many dead. This is wrong. This is all wrong.
Indeed it is. But it's there to cause despair. Thank the 12, you're all unharmed. 'Tis Mon-Thurs missed this tragedy, however. Machine rampage only seems to be temporary. Soldiers and vessels alike cease to operate all at once, as if they'd fulfilled their purpose. They have. Same outside, although members have been keeping good watch for good measure. Meh, oblivion. First attacks came shortly after the announcement Nero. Run out. Can't be a coincidence. Struggle to imagine anyone but Calyx gained control of the soldiers. This must have served his ends in some way. Are you still without your authority? It's fine. I'm in control again now. Change your password. Might we take the opportunity to shut the machines down? There's no guarantee this won't happen again. Just talked with people about that. They said it wasn't so simple. Don't serve as guards. They also perform vital tasks like medical treatment, managing food production. Shut them down, we'd struggle to render aid to the citizens, let alone restore their lives to normal. Made it so they can't use weapons anymore, though. Hopefully that makes it a little safer. Best approach for now. Thank you for your swift action, Guluja. This fiend's really going to happen. This powerlessness. I can abide it no longer. How much hardship and loss we endure, if there was but a happiness at the end. Yet now I see his suffering and misery. I cannot bear it. I want to protect the people for their happiness. I would do anything and everything. Please lend me your aid. You found the words I wish you'd said back then. Our strength is yours. Together we'll get through this. Split up, get to work. Might I trouble you to report to Shale, my friend? So that's the end of my stuff here. The rest of you going to get to work, and I'm going to go take another vacation. Well, at least I didn't have to teleport there. Couriers and cleaners are clearing away the wrecks of vehicles, getting back to normal. The kindness fellows tending to the deceased. Trauma must make difficult. Determine what he can do. Pains me that the people were made to suffer even so much more after hardship and tragedy. But you and yours saved many lives. I cannot thank you enough. It's what we do. A hero's job isn't to be famous, it isn't to be this, it's to bring hope to the hopeless. To light the darkness. It's been a trying day. It seems the worst is behind us. What's the situation out there now? It's crappy, but doable. You've moved quickly to restore things to normal. Thank you. Yet, while disarming so indeed prudent, it's far from comprehensive measures when vehicles can be commanded to inflict damage and sow chaos. Set our people close to watch on machines. Consult the authorities, enlisting hunters in our aid. I must regain my proficiency in magic. To that end, I'll seek the advice from Stola and Alizé. Oh boy. Now that makes me happy. Why? Okay. Alphino is... Stola was a conjurer / white mage, if you would. Right? So she takes the conjurer white mage route. Alphino's got a sage / arcanist side to him. Right? Alizé was arcanist red mage. So Sphene could take astrologian, or she may take a new healing class. Among the books we recovered from it was a grimoire I once used. I hope to wield it again at everyone's sides. A grimoire. Well, she's going to be a scholar. As for the key, I think its best remains in your care, though it means you will bear the greatest risk. Easier boon, I shall indeed become a capable warrior and make Otis and Zelenia proud. Oh, you need a sec one? Okay, fine. There. We knew there'd be another cut at the end. Oh, this is where the bum Chewie's hiding. In the night itself.
By illness weakened, by wounds unmade, by age decayed. Such fragile flesh is worthless to us.
You're so smart, but you don't realize energy is not endless.
How mankind should evolve, shall evolve. I have already arrived at the answer.
And like everyone else who thought about screwing with human evolution, you're an a-hole. A lot of people had bad thoughts about that.
The time is come to pose a new question.
There's many people who were in the past, reprieved from death, but at what cost? For endless life, a legion lost. Uh-oh. That's the Philosopher's Stone's mantra. Be able to convert lead to gold, one was cost a pile of other souls to do it. To be continued. Couldn't fight them, couldn't even get my authority, but on its own. What good am I? Need to find a new way to be useful. Dawson is helping coordinate them with the administrations. Yay! This. Still frustrated he couldn't do anything to stop the machines. Will make his mind take his mind off things. The first healing magic so I can help treat the people's wounds. Make his next move, which means you will be brought as a companion in the next major fight pile. Yes, 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 yes. So, this means we've concluded all we will tonight. The MSQ post-dawn thing. Hurrah! Disquieted citizen. I'm sure there's a lot of people flipping out about that. There is. Gonna continue on though? No, we will not. So I am going to go somewhere. We got blowed up a couple times. We gonna need a repair? We do need a repair. And not that way, I mean. Should have... Yeah. Alright, let's get to... Nexus Arcade, please. Why? Yep. Gear Exchange, Tombstone Exchange. There it is, 750. Mathematics. With the new Universal Tombstone, which will be picked up, and 500 of Mathematics, we will get the new things. Let's have a quick look at these. Oh, it leans back to that. And the shield? Very much so. A lot of these remind me of the old bronze weapons in the mix. Actually a big old spear? It is. So let's take a look at the index. Okay, that's kind of cool. Nice. And comparison. Item comparison. So 730 to 750 is the next step up. Vitality 660. I didn't think we were going to jump that far. I thought we'd only go up to 10. Unless, of course, this is 50. 40 will be available through the actual run. That makes sense now. Cool. You're like, oh, what are the mathematics still good for? Those are all the goody new ones. Yep. Yep. And of course, if you hadn't got the others, but now for this. It's like, so your drive incident pays for building stuff is all here? Yep. Script exchange, please. Mastercraft recipes, please. Mastercraft recipes 2. I thought so. Yep. More purple script needed. I have the level. I'll just need to go through all of it. What is this level? 740. Okay. Yeah. Rings of casting, healing. Yep. This is the new set of gear that they're going to be going with. 40 logs and those. Cool. I'll have to get a lot more purple script. Yeah. Yep. A lot more purple script. Get the books? Absolutely. Barrel. Substantial. Yeah, I gotta go further with that, don't I? There is a trip to Mordona coming up. No, I know. Wait, why Mordona? Ah. See, if I go to my currency, I currently have 1,000 of this. But I have 2,000 of this here. Crypt Exchange, Splendor, Token Exchange, Sintata. There we go. Nope, you're not the one I'm looking for. It's you, Oriana, isn't it? Oh, aesthetics change, aesthetics, yeah. 4-to-1 train. Yep. 4-to-1 changeover. So I get an extra 500 of those. Yay! And now I'll have to worry about fighting for these ones. So those ones aren't going to be that great. Nope. But I needed to do that. I know, I know. Home? Home sounds good. No mahjong tonight? No. So. We gotta go get into the runs? Absolutely. We gotta go do the... Oh, crap. Yeah. Right, we have to go do the runs. We have to go do some other goodies. But in the meantime, we are good to go from here. Yes. A little longer than I expected, but I figured it would take the full go to get it through all of it. Yeah. So, there we go. That's all the MSQ elements. Yep. So next up will basically be the side quest points that are all just basically popped up. So we will have the Arcadian tomorrow. The next step, the Cruiserweight, the Intermediate. Woohoo! So if you're in for that, hey, join me tomorrow at standard time. We're all back. 7:30 Mountain Standard, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern for more Final Fantasy action. Continuing on with stuff that's in here, but not the main story quest. New. We got all that done in one. So just General Mayhem tomorrow, plus Arcadian upgrade. Then we'll have to track out where else we have quests lurking about. I'll have to make a list out of the patch notes. Run around, pick them up, do them all. Gotta get them, clean them out. For that? Absolutely. So if you're in for those things, that'll be tomorrow's work. Yahoo! Also, like I said, we have new books to hunt, everything. Lots of stuff. Yeah, so it's going to be a short week and a long lot of work. But I'd like to be a big old thank you if you tuned in tonight. I can understand if you didn't want to spoil anything. I definitely wouldn't turn into anyone else's chats until after tonight anyway. So, those who didn't want to spoil stuff, hey, I'll see you tomorrow. Those who were tuned in tonight, hey, thanks for joining me. And if you catch this on replay, hey, thank you. Sorry for the spoilers. Also, if you catch this on YouTube, similar again, but you know what playlist this is in, the post-MSQ playlist, so you knew what you were into. Anyway, I'm gonna run away, so with that, laters!